Alrighty, welcome to the next installment. This is for the Villa-Lobos 12 and 12 challenge, and we're now into microstudies 6 through 11. This is the big technical challenge in the middle of this study, and it involves Villa-Lobos' favorite inspiration, Bach. Here we have a little Bach scale pattern up to the first string from fret number 4 all the way through to fret number 14, and then back down again. It has a mirror in Etude number 1. The two of them are the same. They have a continuous pattern, something in the middle that breaks that pattern up, and then back to the pattern. Etude number 1 has a little chromatic run. Etude number 2 has this Bach scale pattern. So first of all, let's check out the top tips for this section. Okay, main points for microstudies 6 to 9. Finger placement, finger ordering, that is the main thing. Make sure you understand the patterns that it is making on the strings. Next, most important thing is obviously guide fingers. Okay, make sure that you've got your guide finger in and you know where it's going. Practice the shifts, no rhythms, just shifting up and down. Get used to the spacing, get used to lasering ahead. Take a break, obviously, because you've done quite a bit of work there already. Then stick the metronome on and then start to put that into little segments. Now I've already segmented it up for you, but you can do your own segments depending on which ones you feel need more work. Finally, last tip there for this section is 5-note segments for speed bursts. If you really want to get this humming along, 5-note segments with the shifts and you will be blasting away. The last other tip, I don't use IM when I'm playing this, I use MAMI to play that scale segment. Alrighty, microstudy 6 looks like this. And as if you noticed, I'm using faster shifts than what I'm actually playing the speed at. So the speed is... And again, lasering ahead, very important. Okay, microstudy 7 has 2 shifts in it on purpose because I am forcing myself to practice the shifts extra. So here we go. This will automatically improve your shifting and again laser ahead. Like the last two, microstudy number 8 moves on from there and uses the last little bit. So here we are, we're starting at the B. And again, lasering ahead. Now when you're at the top, you need to come up a little bit with your hand to facilitate. You can see my hand just moving around the bout of the guitar. That's the key point to getting that shift done. So you need to have that built in and understand that that is what your left hand is doing. Alrighty, microstudy 9. So up until this point we've been moving in this direction on the fretboard. Microstudy 9 reverses that. So we're starting here on the high F sharp. And again, this is a lot of work with your left hand finger, and I'm practicing getting that hand up and round the bout. So between microstudy 8 and microstudy 9, you should have a good handle on moving into this zone of the fretboard, which requires your thumb being lower and on the bottom of the fretboard. So if I do it side on, let's take a look. And you can see my thumb moving nice and clearly there. Okay, microstudy 10 is that little scale fragment here at the 9th fret, so your first finger at 9, and that big jump. Now the key to getting this right is to make sure that the last note, that F sharp, is played with an I finger, so that you've got an A finger to play the open A for my fingering. I have seen a lot of other different fingerings available, and if you grab me on Instagram, I've made some of them available. Everybody has their own way of tackling this. Find yours. Mine is just a starting point. I've used it because that jump is atypical of 19th century guitar music, and so I have practiced it a lot anyway with practicing my Carcassi, my saw, and my Giuliani. Okay, welcome to microstudy number 11. This is the big technical challenge for this study. It is the mirror to Etude number 1's big technical study. So in Etude number 1 you had, and here we have a Bach style pattern on one string. So microstudy number 11 puts together the previous microstudies 6 through 10, so if you haven't done that, make sure you've got all those, and then loops it around with an added extra A major on the end. So let's take a look at that. And so forth and so on, and that is microstudy number 11. Make sure you get that practice down with a metronome. You've got your fingers nice and clearly, they don't flailing about, and you know exactly what's happening with your left hand, which you should have solidified with microstudies 6 through 9. Right, thank you for staying till the end. Hopefully you enjoyed that. That is the next installment for Etude number 2. We're slowly working our way through Villa-Lobos' 12 etudes this year. If you want to join in, please feel free, grab a link here popping up now, or leave a comment below. More than welcome to contribute to this. This is a community effort for the Villa-Lobos 12 in 12 challenge this year. Enjoy.